was wondering about our yesterdays and digging through the rubble. And to say the least, somebody went to a hell of a lot of trouble to make sure that when we looked things up, we wouldn't fare too well, and we would come up with totally unreliable pictures of ourselves. But I've compiled what few facts I could, such as they are, to see if we could find out a little bit of something, and this is what I got so far. First, white folks discovered Africa. They claimed it fair and square. Cecil Rhodes couldn't have been robbing nobody because, hell, there wasn't nobody there. And white folks brought all the civilization because there wasn't none around. How could the folks be civilized when wasn't nobody writing nothing down? And just to prove all of their suspicions, well, didn't take too long. They found out that there were whole tribes of people in plain sight running around with no clothes on. That's right. The men, the women, the young, and the old righteous folks covered their eyes. And no time was spent considering the environment. Hell no, this just wasn't civilized. And another piece of information they had, or at least this is what we were taught, is that unlike the civilized people of Europe, these tribal units actually fought. And yes, there was some crude implements, and yes, there was primitive art, and yes, they were masters of hunting and fishing, and courtesy came from the heart. And yes, there was love and medicine, religion, intertribal communication by drum, but no paper, no pencils, and no other utensils, and hell, these folks never even heard of a gun. And this is why the colonies came, to stabilize the land, because the dark continent had copper and gold, and the discoverers had themselves a plan. They would discover all the places with promise. You didn't need no titles and deeds. Then they would appoint people to make everything legal, to sanction the trickery and greed. And back in the jungle, when the natives got restless, they would call it guerrilla attack. And they would never describe that the folks finally got wise and decided that they would fight back. And still, we are victims of word games. Semantics is always a bitch. Places once referred to as underdeveloped are now called mineral rich. And the game goes on eternally. Unity kept just beyond reach. Egypt and Libya used to be in Africa. They've now been moved to the Middle East.
Winter in America. Goddamn. What a fucking mess. What the hell is something I can firmly express. Very much has gone on in the past year. All the bullshit, the lies, and the media fear. The same countries that he called garbage and whatever which are the same countries that just so happen to be oil and mineral rich. Every headline, everything that I have read has been so fucking stressful, horrible, ridiculous, stupid, even dreadful. But the question that I ask, and I feel that is the majority of the time, is, are you tired enough? Because at this point, we may not have any more time. How long are we going to deal with this shit? How long will our communities continue to take these massive hits? All of a sudden, everybody is complaining, but nobody wants to find the solution. All of these sleeper agents and provocateurs in our community bring nothing but pollution. Bullshit. I don't even know what to say. 2026, all over the place. We just started. And anything that I express in these videos is never anything half-hearted. They eventually are starting another type of world war. Europeans Europeaning. Another bullshit year with more bullshit on the horizon. The next thing you know, it's gonna be $500 to rent a PC. Or maybe Verizon. These greedy ass fucking companies, these tech people, these billionaires, and now soon to be trillionaires. My question is, what are we going to do about it? Besides, do nothing but complain. If it was up to me, everybody else would arm up, put lives on the line, and take these people down with the ship. Permanently, and then restructure this entire system. Maybe the Chinese and the Russians were right about Americans being weak. Every day of the week is a sneak peek into the corrosive acid that leaks from the top to the bottom. Everybody else wants to be comfortable. It's too much. When are people going to actually just say, fuck it, and stand up? Maybe their houses will get bombed, or maybe the cities will get destroyed. I honestly wouldn't give a fuck. Revolution is revolution, and that is what we should be striving for. But no. I don't think you want to listen. Who wants to, overthrow the people who clearly don't give a fuck about them when they can watch some diamonds glisten? Maybe from a museum, because at the rate that this shit is going, most of you will never be able to buy them. Me, I'm not about to suffer down with the rest of y'all. Y'all motherfuckers know I'm not lying. If there is no revolution, then I believe everybody else should be fucked over. On all degrees, America earned this. This is what it has always been. If there is no revolution, then I guarantee you that this oligarchy will never end. But maybe Russia and China and all these other countries that oppose the West are right. Because every goddamn day, every goddamn way, and every goddamn night, we prove them right. No unification, no structure, no motherfucking organization. Because all of these niggas and all of these bitches stay mentally stuck on the goddamn plantation. I separate from y'all. I am a field nigga. Loud and proud. Well, not loud, more so just a speech, a figure. Because nobody will ever enslave me. I'm speaking for myself. Y'all motherfuckers are going to end up getting your heads put on a motherfucker's shelf. Yes. Winter in America. Winter in America. From the treetops that never was to grow.
The revolution wasn't televised in the 60s. Is it going to be televised in the 90s?
Well, you know, the catchphrase, what that was all about, the revolution will not be televised, that was about the fact that the first change that takes place is in your mind. You have to change your mind before you change the way you live and the way you move. So when we said that the revolution will not be televised, we were saying that, like, that the thing that's going to change people is something that no one will ever be able to capture on film. It'll just be something that you see, and all of a sudden you realize, I'm on the wrong page. Or I'm on the right page, but I'm on the wrong note. And I've got to get in sync with everyone else to understand what's happening in this country. But I think that the black Americans have been the only real die-hard Americans here, because we're the only ones who've carried the process through the process. That everyone else has sort of like skipped stages. We're the ones who marched, we're the ones who carried the Bible, we're the ones who carried the flag, we're the ones who tried to go through the courts. And being born American didn't seem to matter, because we were born Americans, but we still had to fight for what we were looking for. And we still had to go through those channels and those processes.
I think a lot of y'all, myself included, probably won't survive this year. Maybe we will. Maybe it'll all be some bullshit. Or maybe everybody's just not going to question anything. Maybe everybody's just going to go back to, all the shit that just doesn't matter. Nobody's going to revolt. Nobody's going to ask actual questions. The reading comprehension skills are through the fucking floor. They are down. Most of these people don't even read anymore. Most of these people have no sort of critical thinking skills in America, and it is like that by design. You will own nothing and be happy. You will consume. Continue to consume. Be distracted so you won't do anything. So you won't actually, for once in your goddamn life, think. You will consume and be happy. Own nothing. Oh, you wanted to customize your new gaming PC? Oh, RAM, all these essential compartments that you would otherwise need to do such things, such a hobby that only a few years ago wouldn't have really costed anything. But now it seems that RAMs and GPUs have skyrocketed. Now what? You're going to be renting your computers? You're going to be signing up for a subscription service to your computer? Well, I mean, shit, at least I'm glad I got my gaming PC years ago. You know what I'm saying? At least 2 years ago. Well, I mean, what are y'all going to do about it? Are y'all going to sit up here and fucking complain? Are you going to be what you usually are and just consume? Don't ask questions. Don't question anything. Just consume and be happy with owning nothing. Just like a good little American. You refuse to fucking take time out of your day to read, to do research, to properly fucking vet these news sites and publications and these narratives. It is a war of narratives now. It is a spiritual fucking warfare now. And the narrative is fucking winning. Most people will not make it this year, especially without, oh, well, your health care is going to get cut off. What now? What now? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when your health care gets cut off? When you're not able to afford the medicine that you otherwise would have been able to? What are you going to do? Are you going to do nothing like usual? You're going to be, typical, good little American and just consume, distract yourself. All these fucking puppets on the world stage, you're just going to listen? You know what I'm saying? You're just going to not ask questions? And then get surprised when some shit does pop off and somebody, starts trying to fucking rob you for your groceries instead of your money, because we're going to a point where, physical money, that's going to be over soon. They're going to try to do all that shit they're doing in the UK right now. Getting motherfuckers to have, get chips and shit implanted in their fucking skin next. I'm calling it. And y'all are going to do nothing about it. Nothing. You will own nothing. You will be happy. Me? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that shit. Never will. I will die on my fucking feet before I live on my knees like the rest of you do. My question is, what are y'all going to do? What are you going to do? Seriously. You got these motherfuckers in masks pulling you out your goddamn cars. Unidentified men in mask called ICE. And the thing is that had they been doing their actual purpose or job or whatever the fuck it is to get, some of the people who are with the cartel or Trin Nicaragua or whatever the fuck that shit is called. If they were actually doing that, I wouldn't really be saying much. But no, they're not doing that. They're fucking with the corn ladies, man. They're pulling over people with really no records, no sort of, with no due process. Masked men pulling motherfuckers out of their damn cars. You better fucking believe I'd be paranoid. I'd be inclined to shoot one of these motherfuckers. Honestly, that's what I would do. Personally, I'm speaking for my damn self because I know if I ran up on a motherfucker with a damn mask on, they'd be likely to shoot my ass, right? Right? I think that's fair. That's reasonable. That's a reasonable response to use deadly force against an unidentified attacker, regardless if they are a quote unquote federal agent or whatever. You know, under the Second Amendment, should be able to bear arms, right? We should be able to defend ourselves. It shouldn't matter who the fuck they are, especially if your rights are being fucking violated. And or these people are, most of these people that work in ICE, they don't even, like, they cover their faces almost like they're ashamed of what they do. You know who else covers their goddamn faces? Criminals, gangsters. You know, the gangsters in suits, the ones that most people in America always worship and just keep sucking off. My question is, America, what are you going to do about all this going into 2026? Are you actually going to mobilize, get together, have different type of branches and whatever the fuck it is you're trying to do? Potentially maybe have some sort of rainbow coalition like what Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale had before, you know, the government fucked that all up, before the government fucking killed Fred Hampton in his house in the most cowardly way possible while he was fucking sleeping, his back was turned, lit him up 100 fucking times. What are you gonna do, America? What are you gonna do? What about the immigrant community? What are y'all gonna do? Because y'all obviously aren't gonna do shit. Obviously, you've shown us that. You have all of this hatred and vitriol towards Black Americans, and you know, but as soon as is that pale. Hold on. You see this? See this? This right here in my palm. Soon as these people come in and snatch you out of your homes and disrespect you on a daily basis, and you know, call you all sorts of slurs, you don't do anything to them. Y'all ain't built like that. I'd say the only ones that are probably the Haitians, because, you know, besides, you know, us here in America, the Black community, whatever, indigenous, foundational Black America, whatever the fuck you want to call us, that shit is not important. But besides us, they were the ones who did the slave revolts. A lot of people don't even fucking know about all the slave revolts that we fucking did here in America because they don't want to show that shit. A lot of the time with these damn stories, they paint us out to be, you know, even in those times, docile and all that. And it was far from the truth. Far from it. We fucking revolted like we always did. Black Panther Party, that was us. We fought to get a lot of these immigrants, you know what I'm saying, fought for their fucking rights. And it's like, and this is how y'all be thanking us with all this blatant disrespect, even though if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't even be in this damn country in the first place. And I could even go deeper on this topic as far as the situation of immigrants are concerned, or quote unquote illegal aliens. These colored people right here are not from this country either. They are from Europe. They are from the Caucasus Mountains. They are from all the way in them cold lands. They are mutated. They have 4% Neanderthal DNA. We do not. So they are the foreigners. They have only been around for maybe 3,000 to 6,000 to 7,000 years. We were around well before them. And when they came into civilization, all the shit that we have done to each other in the hood could never hold a candle to even half of the shit that they have done since they have arrived in America, in Europe. Do y'all motherfuckers even know about medieval Europe? How savage these damn people were? Not people, subhumans were. They didn't even have clean streets. They used straws to wipe their fucking ass. They didn't even bathe the majority of the damn time. They still don't. My question is, what are y'all gonna do about it? All of y'all. Not just in America, but just in general. What are y'all gonna do about it? Huh? What are y'all in Venezuela, all these other countries? What are y'all gonna do about it? Because it's not gonna stop anytime soon. This shit is gonna get worse. Even here in America, it's gonna get worse. What are people here in America gonna do? I'm focused on the home front. I'm trying to link up with like-minded individuals, so our community is somewhat stable. I say somewhat because it's going to take generations to repair all the bullshit that has happened in our community. Everybody fucking knows this, but we need solutions. We can sit up here and fucking complain about all the shit that we fucking want, but until we actually do something, guess what? It's going to keep happening. And these people are going to do nothing but consume. Be good little consumers. Own nothing. Be happy. Don't question your government. Don't question all these fucking rules that they set out for you. Don't question anything. Just be a good little boy and fucking consume. Be a part of the system that don't even give a fuck about you and has shown it time and time again. Align yourselves with the people who would degrade you in a motherfucking heartbeat because you don't want to be associated with black. You don't want to be associated with the losing team, I suppose. Winter in America.
From the Indians, welcome to pilgrims, and to the buffalo that once ruled the plain. Like the vultures circling beneath the dark clouds, looking for the rain. Yes, they've been looking for the rain. Just like the city, the stagger on the coastline, living in a nation that just can't take much more. Like the forest they buried beneath the highway, never had a chance to grow. Well, they never had a chance to grow. And now it's winter. It seems like winter in America. It's a time when all of the healers done been killed and been betrayed. Yeah, even though it's something wrong, everybody ought to know winter. Seems like winter in America. The truth is there ain't nobody fighting because, well, nobody knows what to say. Brother, say so. Winter in America. The Constitution was a noble piece of paper, and with free society, well, they struggle but they died in vain. And now democracy is ragtime on the corner, unemployed, and I'm hoping that it rains. Yes, it's been a hoping for some rain. Just don't look like rain. I've seen the robin perched in barren treetops, they're watching the last-ditch races marching across the floor. And like these signs that melted in our dreams and never had a chance to grow. Well, they never had a chance to grow. If somebody wants to know, tell them it's a winter. Nothing grows in winter in America. It's a time when all of the heroes done been kicked or they've been betrayed. Say, even though it's something wrong here, they feel like